This is a dictatorship.
This is the cheerocracy.
Good morning, Donut. Here we are.
That is not the show. What the
That's not what we're called. That's not what we're doing
Good
here.
Day Parfait.
Don't plug your show in the first
I like
5
Good Day
I'm not
seconds.
plugging anything. It's the #1 show on Twitch. It's a new morning show called Good Morning Donut.
We're on Watch the Picture Box, and the first thing you say is "Good morning, donut."
Well, everyone's saying
kidding?
that these days. People are greeting each other in the streets with a "Good morning, donut." It's a lot of fun to say, and it's on every morning.
Lance, I want to know, when he says "Good morning, donut," do you know what he's talking about?
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
There we
Is that a
go.
reference to something?
There's a new show. There's a new show, Lance. It's called Good Morning Donut. It's the new Twitch show. It's on Pragpro. It's beautiful. We sing. I sang the Rainbow Connection with Kermit the Frog for real, IRL this morning.
I think we need an intervention for Prag.
It's a mix of news and comedy and music and art and culture, and like people love it. And then we go pick lemons because I have an outdoor camera now with Video Ninja, so we go on little walks and we explore the neighborhood. It's fun.
We need an intervention for Prag. You can't keep making shows. Like you're going to run out of time.
JC can't start making shows, so
Yeah,
I have to
right.
fill the gap, my guy. Yeah.
You're right. Welcome,
Who's our guest, JC? Who's our guest?
Welcome to the episode, Lance from Saints. Once again, joining the three grandmas. Today we're talking about a very interesting show that came out very recently. It made a lot of buzz. Can you explain why you decided to come on for this episode specifically?
Oh man, I honestly don't know why. Because
Your passion of education, passion for education.
I feel like
public policy.
As far as like emotion and whatnot, I'm like, I don't have a lot going on in here, so I don't know. I feel like it's going to be very interesting to get my perspective on this show.
What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
As far as emotion, there's not a lot going on in here. Do you want to get a therapist, or this is not like?
You guys know I've been hollowed out a long time ago, so I mean, there's just not really a whole lot running around.
About?
Is that like a physical thing? Or?
Yeah, but the only people that say that are people who are like want to be filled, right? If you feel you're hollow, and
I will never endorse that statement.
Well, I mean, people don't know
anyway.
You manage a donut store, right? And so you're in charge of the jellies, and like you spend a lot of your time stuffing donuts with jellies, and so I thought that's what you were referencing.
What is that donut store called?
Well, it's Dunkin' Donuts. I'm on the East Coast. It's all Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
It's all just franchised out Dunkin'
I
Donuts.
thought it was a mom pop shop.
I just wish you made fresh donuts in-house. It used to be in-house. Now everything comes in a box in a truck, and it's not a fresh, crispy donut.
It's capitalism, baby. It's all about the money.
Do you ever make donuts at home for yourself? Like, do you have like a little donut station in that bungalow? How do we get back to
donuts? How are we
I'm trying to introduce Lance to the community.
Just let it happen.
Because he works at a donut store.
Unbelievable. I want to know, you're saying you had no emotion in this. As a father of 10 years, this show didn't do anything for you, Lance? Right? Nothing?
Yeah. And like, you don't pick up your kid on the weekends, too. That's a weird thing, right? Like, you've been in trouble with the court. So how's that going? What's the status?
You take your kid for some chips?
I would like everybody to know that I am a bachelor, and I love the bachelor lifestyle. I don't know what
sure.
I don't know who this child belongs to.
I'll tell Judge Sullivan that on Monday morning. Okay.
I want to confirm. Everyone who is talking about this show, none of us have kids. None of us are fathers.
Right.
That's not true. You don't know that. You don't
That's not true.
know that.
So we are the most qualified to talk about this show for sure.
Hold on.
I hate this idea that you can't talk about certain sectors of society if you don't impart with them. Go ahead, Time.
No, you're right. You would say something, Tom?
I have 4 kids that I have to
Gross.
feed.
What do you do? Open a can of beans for them in the morning?
Beans?
Like
They don't
cats?
eat beans, you asshole.
What do they eat?
They eat cat food.
You feed your
Very
kids
sophisticated cat food. Yes. They're great kids.
Oh, we care about children here on Three Grandmas. That's the first lesson.
Lance, what do you feed your
grain-free cat food?
Yeah, I know.
Is it porpoise free?
So what do you feed your kids?
What do you feed?
I don't look. I'm single.
That's the problem,
I love
GC.
it.
That's why they picked him up last Wednesday at
just
work.
Me. I have nobody else with me,
Are you
and
trying
I
to
love
convince
it.
yourself you're single? You just keep saying
Bro,
it. I'm single.
Bro, look at behind you. There's a fucking Easter parade. No man dresses up like that. You obviously have a fucking wife or something over there. Like there's a child who lives there.
Yeah, I have children. It's my chat. It's my
Why
cat
do you have a
children.
stuffed blue bunny if you don't have a child?
God
It's really
damn it.
fucking weird, doggy.
I love the holidays. You guys know that the last time I was on this show, I did the Christmas movies. I thought I was coming on for another holiday movie. I thought I was
It's
coming
a
on for
holiday
this movie.
Oh, this
And
is a holiday movie.
next thing I know, I'm watching this fucking thing. I mean, Adolescence. I thought it was going to be about kids having a good time, and then next thing I know, I'm upset. I'm nervous. I'm shaky. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like I had a little bit too much of a good time in this show.
Do you want to show
Just
the
a
injury?
little bit.
Are you talking about the injury, or are we talking about that yet? Because you hurt yourself a little bit, and we're worried about you.
Look, people get injured.
Did your kids do that?
Show
No,
it.
I don't have
They're
kids.
jumping on his arm.
I love being single. I love being single.
Pending the DNA analysis, right?
Now, I don't know if you can really see. It's not as, but you can see that there was.
You can see little things.
Yeah, you fought
bruised
a
as.
fucking cougar in the streets, right? You were going for a walk, and then all of a sudden a jungle cat jumped out, and you're like, "What the world is this?" And he grabbed your arm, but you beat him to death.
You went full Leo DiCaprio in The Revenant with that, yeah.
I ended up finding out it was rabid possum. It was a possum.
Oh, a bad possum.
Rabid possum. Are
It was
you
rabid.
gonna rage
A
out
rabid
on us
possum?
this episode?
One of
Thing's
those.
a foam that's been coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
So
So you have a
talking-
show? Do we want to talk about his show? Like, let him fucking do his fucking his little
do his plug.
plug his shit. Yeah, I'll mute.
Do some promo.
Yeah,
You fucking gross
I don't-
promo.
Look, I'm gonna say this, okay? I'll say this.
A show.
All right.
Right.
I stream, right? Okay. Right now, it's been shit. It's been shit the entire year. What are we? April 16th. The whole year, it's been garbage. Thankfully, by the time you guys are seeing this episode on YouTube, whenever it gets uploaded,
Never.
yeah, whenever that ends up rolling around, when you guys see that, thankfully, next month my schedule is going to be cleared up. Finally, I have a lot of cool stuff, a lot of fun stuff planned.
Told you.
We're going to be
I fucking told you.
finally, huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
He
go
hasn't
ahead, go
said
ahead, go
anything
ahead.
specific yet,
Yeah,
Good.
we have a lot of stuff planned.
right? He
It's
hasn't-
gonna
okay.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. And if people are ever interested in checking out my stream, Lance_from_Saints, we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff this summer. So make sure you go check it out and see what's going on over there.
So is the comeback being initiated by a return of a certain ordained minister of faith?
I hope not. That
Um,
bit is terrible.
Is
I
that
like
is
him.
that coming? Can we tease a little bit or?
I mean, hey, look, I know that there has been a father who's just been, we were just speaking about fathers. And there's a father of many, many, many children who's been just clamoring to get back. I don't know. I know he took some time off because I think this show was a little.
If I remember correctly, the last time we saw that father,
Uh-huh.
coincidentally, you were banned. Whether that has
right.
anything to do with something else, I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
it
Also,
was
Because
incidentally
I'm a
the greatest
Catholic, of
stream
course
that
I
he
called
ever
it
did.
in. Listen, I called it in. I want to make
You
it a
called the
decision
shot?
that
Are you serious?
I'm Catholic, and it was very offensive, and I called it in, and I'm like, I
You
did
were
it,
on
and
the
I'll do it
call.
again. And I told him straight to his face I didn't do it, and I'll tell him that too. I did do it, and I'll call it in again. And I hope like all of those people who used to watch your show will just watch my show instead.
You've
That's
been for that
anti-art,
since day
right?
one.
I know.
That's
And so what?
anti-art.
If I do it in the open, it's super cool and rad, right? That's how you do it. That's Hollywood, baby.
You own
Definitely
your
cash money.
bullshit.
I mean, it is Hollywood.
Okay.
So
So what's this movie? Who wants to introduce
movie?
the film? This mini series. What are we calling it?
It's a mini
Oh,
series.
I'm very familiar
We
with
brought you in,
miniseries.
Lance, for a specific
Very,
reason.
very
You
familiar.
are our mini series
Oh,
expert.
yeah.
You are the
Expert,
only
yeah.
buddy I know who got a mini series published on a major
Oh.
platform,
What a mistake that
Amazon.
was.
And
Saints the
removed.
mini series,
What a
right?
fucking mistake
And
that was.
removed. Like he
Hold
got the
on.
double whammy.
It's allegedly
Before-
removed. JC, I can still find it on my browser.
Before we go any further, I have a question in my brain. Prag and I just reviewed a independent zombie movie.
Dear God.
It cost a total of $6,000,
Super Watch
and
Party.
it was on Super Watch Party. It was beautifully shot, beautifully acted, music, everything was top notch. It was just crazy
so
what
good.
they were able to accomplish with $6,000.
Good.
Was that less or more than Saints? The cost of Saints?
Saints was 1,000. I've said that many, many
Oh,
times.
it's 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So was it? Would you
Good RIO.
say it's about 6 times better
I think so. Yeah, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah,
Yeah,
about 6
probably.
times better than
I
Saints.
mean, like
You should
I
see
said
this
that,
movie, Lance. The Battery.
Yeah.
It's really good for a
I think you'd like it,
indie
yeah.
film. It's really interesting technically, like how they pulled it off, and like you should check
Yeah,
it out.
I mean that is an extremely tight budget. It is tough to film with that. Yeah, 6,000.
And that's on the VOD on Super Watch Party. You can watch the whole movie right there tonight if you want after this. And yeah,
The movie was really good.
It was really good.
we've had fun on that show.
So this week we're on Netflix. This is a show that came out very recently, kind of just dropped out of nowhere and just like received a lot of buzz very quickly for a few good reasons. So we're talking about Adolescence, which is it was written by Stephen Graham and Jack Thorne and directed by Philip Barantini. And I don't know. It's, to me, this was like a shock to the system in a way. And I just felt like it was an interesting show to talk about. So how did you come across it, Lance? Did you come across it from like chat recommending it, or did you like, what was the
Yeah, the first time I heard about it was probably, I don't know, it was like a few days before I heard about it in chat. It was my mother, and she was like, "Oh my God, you know, you told me I have to watch Dear Zachary back when that came out, and you forced me to watch it. I'm telling you, you have to watch this. You got to watch it. It's so good. It's so heart-wrenching." And then it was like, I don't know, 4 days later, I think it was you in chat. You brought it up, and you were like, "Oh my God, it was so heart-wrenching." And I'm like, okay, all right, well, I guess I gotta see this, because everything I saw online about it, the reviews were great. I think on Metacritic it has like a 91 out of 100 and stuff. So, I mean, it obviously was a good show. So I said, all right, 4 episodes, it's doable. I can do that. I can do
Is that how you approach
anything
art?
beyond that? I can't do. If it's
Yeah, I
more
could
than
look at
4,
that painting. I got some time at lunch. All right.
Yeah. And it's gotta, preferably the episodes are like 20 minutes, and this was an hour. That was asking a lot. Asking a lot. Yeah.
And I haven't seen Dear Zachary. And is there like a parallel to Dear Zachary with this? Is like, what's the like?
I would say the big thing is, like with this, the show was like, you know, the show had its gut punch moments. Dear Zachary also had a gut punch moment, and it was like, you know, you didn't want anybody to look up the movie because you were like, oh no, you think it's bad. You just wait, and it get, you know, and that was kind of the whole thing with Dear Zachary, is that gut punch.
Yeah. And like this show, the first episode, I remember like seeing all the reviews about it, and like I'm reading about just like the fact that and like cards on the table, like what's interesting about this show, like surface level, is the fact that it's all the episodes are shot in one take. A full hour episode, all shot in one take, and basically all the actors were choreographed beforehand, and there's no cuts. So, which probably made the editing job of this show very, very simple. But just the level of what was that, Prag? Excuse me.
It's these assumptions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe. I don't want to like discredit the editors. They work
I'm
really
sure
hard.
they had to, what was probably tough is maybe like color correction as they were going in and out of
There's
lighting
always
scenarios and stuff.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
there
I
was
mean, like
a
the
lot of-
cutting is.
The sound mixing is editing, right?
Yeah, I know. I was making a
You just
light.
don't like editors.
No, I love editors. I am an editor.
It's the ironic part.
I was
It's
making
a
a light
self-loathing.
joke. I was making a
Okay.
light joke.
Didn't
But
hit.
no, it just. But what shocked me was just the writing in the first episode specifically, and just the way that it revealed information until you know it hit you right at the end. And yeah, I don't really want to spoil this one because I want people to see it. I guess like it's one of the most popular shows Netflix has ever made. But I want people to see it and go in blind. I guess we can talk about spoilers maybe halfway through the show. But
Listen, that's their
I
job is
also-
to talk about it without spoiling it, right? So we can be delicate.
I don't think there's a lot of spoiling. Like even in the first episode, I think I had a good grasp of where it was going. I think I understood what it was going to do. It's more so how it approaches it.
yes.
So I don't know if we can so much spoil it as long as we don't get into, you know, super detailed.
When did you learn about Adolescence?
I was about 8 years old, and
We're not talking about self-soothing tonight. That was the last
Are you sure?
episode.
Okay. All right.
That was the self-soothing episode.
I think JC, like he had mentioned it on our Discord thread. That's for the Three Grandmas. I think he said, "Hey, I saw this movie or this TV show. I'm watching it. It's really good. I think I want to do an episode on it."
I don't know where I was already watching it, and I don't know why because
you
I
weren't
never watched.
Wasn't I?
Yeah, who told you about it?
Somebody
When did
told
you find
me.
out
I
about
told
it?
you.
I fucking know, bro.
Who told you?
I didn't
I told
realize.
Prag.
Confused.
I told Prag.
Oh, you did. You told me,
yeah.
and like you said,
So-
you got to see this one, and like, yeah.
So I was like, okay,
All right, you're right.
you know, I don't know anything about it, so I was like, oh, you know what? Let me, JC's a friend. He's he's a trusted individual. Let's, he has
It's Australian.
decent takes on things. Let's try this out. So I was like, let's check it out. 4 episodes. Who cares? So
an ally.
we're looking for something to watch. I didn't want to watch 90 Day Fiance again, so we just put it on TV.
Okay.
And then we watched it, and then it starts going off how it starts with the continuous shot, and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what the show's about, and then it's going and it's going. I'm like, man, they're just following this guy. That's crazy. And then it just keeps going. And I'm like, I look at Flame and I go, is this going to be a one shot the entire time? Like, there's no way, right? And then it does it, and you're like, what the heck? And it's a crazy episode. It's tense. There's a lot of anxiety, all that stuff. And then I was like, okay, we'll watch it another time. But let me start the second episode. And then you start it, and there's that school scene, and I'm like, they're not going to do this shot. They're not going to do it again. There's no way. And they start doing it, and I'm like, that's how it is the entire show. Oh, okay, it's one continuous shot. So I thought that was really cool. That was mind blowing. I was like, the logistics of getting the timing right. There's a scene where they're driving from the house to the police station, and they're talking to the boy, and there's like 4 people in the car, and they're all talking. They're all doing the different turns, talking, and all I could think the entire time, which I think might have ruined the episode a little bit, because I was thinking like, what if someone fucks up a line right here? Like, they have to drive all the way back and just reset. Like, that's crazy.
That is
Well, I do think the
literally
kid
what
in
happened.
episode 3, he
Yes, he does.
slightly messed up, and you could tell, but it was like, halfway through the episode, what the fuck are they going to do? Restart?
Yeah,
You could tell
it
he
wasn't that
fumbled
bad
a
either.
little
Yeah.
It's like a play.
Yeah.
It's just like a play, right? Because that's what happens on a stage.
Yeah,
right?
but
they rehearse it. They rehearse
Oh,
it to death in
I
a
was like,
warehouse.
this is crazy. And then, we finished the episode, and then Prag hadn't responded yet in the group chat. I think for a day or so. I think he's busy doing stuff. So I texted him and I said, hey, watch this show. And then I talked to him on a stream, and he's like, okay. And I was like, I don't want to tell you anything about it. Just watch it. He's like, well, is it good? And I go, just watch it. I don't want to give you any preconceived notions. I go, here's what I'll tell you. Watch it. Within the first 5 to 10 minutes, you'll understand why it's crazy or why it's something you should watch. You'll get it. And then he watched it, and then that's when he texts us all back, and he's like, I'm watching the show. This is crazy. And then it just kind of spiraled from there.
Yeah. And this, like, I mean, I was impressed with films like Birdman and 1917, which, like,
Which you can
tried...
watch that as a prequel. That'll be nice. This could be episode. That could be episode 1.
I thought this was a sequel to
into
1917.
Yeah, kind of watch it all in one go. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but the issue with those is they have invisible cuts. Like, it's still a traditionally shot movie, like with with cuts and editing. It's just they make them look invisible. This show, like, basically just like completely suplexes them, and it's like, no, we're gonna do it without it. We're gonna do the full hour, 4 hours of content, in 4 shots, and at the same time, like, even if like they did it and it was really impressive, like, you still got to have a really strong script, and that's the other strength of this show. I feel like is that the writing is just impeccable. Like, the acting across the board is
phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Like, unbelievable. Even though you mentioned, like, Owen Cooper, I think he flubbed one line in
he
the
did.
3rd episode. Like, that's one of the best child performances I've ever seen. Like,
Hey, fucked up though.
So,
Yeah.
so
We tried to rotoscope him out of the whole thing, replace him with a Muppet, but
I
they
would have
wouldn't let
taken
it.
him out that instant.
I was gonna
just
put
said,
Kermit.
Get a new actor. Get Tom Holland in
he's
here.
not allowed to have a career
Tom
ever.
Holland.
Get
in.
fucking
No,
Tom
get
Holland in
Kermit
here.
the Frog. I said, and like we had a big fight, so we never picked
Wait,
anyone.
so do any of you guys know how they did certain effects?
Like which ones?
What?
So there was
example.
an effect where it's the ending of the episode 2 where we're at the school and they go from the school to
drone
an aerial shot of like they land in a park. I'm just gonna say that. Or did they just walk and then all of a sudden a drone picks it up and takes it?
That's right.
And then
That's-
someone's just waiting and then you just grab it from the drone?
That's exactly right. But the crazy
Wow, that's
thing
crazy.
is, it's when they're doing the overhead shot of the car park. There's no there's no crew there, so they would have like either they
They had to get in
erased
a
them
car and
out
drive and chase it.
yeah, or they had to like sprint across the car park from the building to grab it, and then
It was kind of far, but it also was a very slow shot. So, I mean, they could have got it, I guess.
yeah. But then they also just transitioned into this beautiful close up of Stephen
Oh, yes,
Graham,
yes,
like
yeah,
just so seamlessly. Like that's the magic of the show.
Mhm.
It's like it just doesn't appear to be any, like
That camera's got to be heavy too, right?
Does this director have a long track record of doing? Like, I feel like this is a BBC.
Philip
Like, here's the deal.
Barantini.
They have so many good actors in London, right? Because they know how to train actors in England, right? So when you see like these great performances from these English actors, it's because they foster it, and they have the low, they pay to make, the nation of the UK pays to make films and things, right? So they don't have to wait for somebody to do it, and they always have the BBC going at 4 or 5 levels.
So the director of the show has worked with Stephen Graham before on a movie called Boiling Point, which was also a TV show which you worked on as
That's
well.
a single take also.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show, so is that
It's a 90-minute movie. And it's a single take.
It's about it's a chef, right, in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And they,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically him dealing with a night of service. I really want to see
the
it.
Bear. I remember that. I never saw it.
Yeah, but I heard it was really good. And Stephen Graham is
interesting.
like, Stephen Graham has been around a lot. Like the role that I remember him is as the guy in The Irishman. Like Martin Scorsese's Irishman.
Yeah.
He's the one with the cigar who Jimmy Hoffa just absolutely hates, but is forced to work with. And he's fantastic in that. Like he just does a really good job in that, and he's fantastic.
In Snatch, isn't he? Also,
yeah, that's where he got his
yeah,
start.
Snatch.
Say Snatch.
Yeah, I love Snatch.
Good movie.
Don't say Snatch.
But clearly, are we gonna get TOS Prague? Is that?
Yeah, I'm just like trying not to work blue.
You talk about the movie with Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn?
I thought we were talking about
No,
Giants.
what? Is that what the movie? Is that what that movie's
Snatched?
called? Snatched?
No.
No, it's the British
Brad
comedy
Pitt.
film with
I
Brad
thought we were
Pitt.
talking about that Goldie Hawn movie. Okay.
No,
well,
no.
I don't know.
I thought we were
What
talking
is
about
that movie? That movie's I know which one you're talking about, but
Snatch.
I can't remember. Is it called Snatch?
It's called
Well,
Pussy.
It was Snatch. Yeah, of course. It
It's
was
not
Amy
nice to call it
Schumer.
that.
What do you mean? That's the name of the movie.
Look up Snatched. It's got Goldie Hawn.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
look
Yes,
up
it is
Snatch.
called Snatch.
Careful. Put safe
Yeah.
search
Everybody-
on.
Everybody Google Snatch right now.
Everybody get on Google.
Snatch.
Go to Google image searches.
Look
type in
up,
Snatch.
look up shave, or what am I? Look up Snatch.
For Goldie Hawn, go old
Snatch.
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 I mean, you can
is
look up
is it the
Snooch.
sequel to Snatch?
I mean, the
Snatch did.
sequel is called Snooch, and I'm directing it on Twitch.
Oh my god.
This is a serious TV show
Yeah.
that we're talking about.
I know,
We,
this
we gotta
was
be.
hard
We
one.
can't have any comedy in this episode. What do we
Fuck you. We can do
Adolescent
whatever we
behavior
want.
I wanted to make a parody on this.
of adolescence?
Yeah, I was thinking call it adulthood, and then just be
Adulthood.
like, it'd be
Invert
like,
it. Invert everything, and like the
Yeah.
kids are the cops. Wait, time out. The kids are the cops. The kids are the teachers, and the cops, and the adults are the children.
Exactly.
Mm.
Do it.
Oh, I love that. I love that idea. And they're all like pretending that, like, it's like playtime.
That's everything.
Not bad, huh?
The parents are on trial. I love that idea.
Okay. So let's talk about like how they set this up, because each epi is from the perspective of one individual in the case, right? And so that's a fun, well, in some ways, right? Because like, especially the one epi with the father, where they have the whole. I love that episode so
The
much.
last
Talking about
episode,
the final episode.
the final
Right,
episode,
the episode, yeah, but just like the whole beginning of it, and like you see him like trying to keep his shit together, and he's trying to keep the family, and like they're under like assault, and then the way it proceeds and the way it ends, and like they all have to come to a realization. It's just one of the best TV fucking episodes I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
because of the performance, and like you could feel like you believe the dad is really going through this stuff, right?
And also, I don't know what
it.
environment you guys watch the show. I should also add, I literally watched this on the couch with my father. Me and my father watched this together. So this was a great show to watch.
A great bonding moment.
Why? Yeah. What did you guys talk during the stuff? And like,
well, occasionally he would be like, Jesus. He's like, it was
heavy. I like the way that it started too, because it's like it starts with the cops just coming through the fucking door, and like nobody knows what's happening, right? And like the chaos and the all the fear, like you can really, it was very tangible, and I just love the way. And you can only get that. I'm thinking of City of God too. You can get that kinetic action from the single shot, right? Because it puts the viewer in the scene.
It's
because like the camera becomes you, right? And like you're in it with them, and so you can't get out of the claustrophobia of the issue of the problem. Like in some films, they'll have a landscape and they'll pull out and they'll have the scene, and like this is like you're in the thing with the people,
with them. Yeah, like it feels like you're with these characters, like going through this. And I want to know, because the first episode is kind of like did he do it, did he not do it, and like that's the big question of the first episode is essentially, do you believe him, do you not believe him? And I want to know, watching the first episode, were you guys like flip-flopping between whether he did it and whether he didn't, or did you kind of know from the get-go?
I knew there was going to be some twist, but I was open-minded to what it was going to be.
Because watching the show, I expected it to be like, I was watching the first episode and I expected the show to be about working out what actually happened.
Right,
but instead, it kind of pulled the rug out and was just like, no, this is what happened, and now we're going to deal with the effects of it for the next 3 episodes, essentially, and what precipitated it instead, rather than the question, like dissecting and like deducing who did it and whether it was this kid and etc. So like for me, watching this episode and then because for me, when I was watching it, I was kind of in the dad's shoes. I was like, I was watching it and I felt bad for the kid and just how much he had to go through, like the cops having to strip search him, which was, and I love that they hold on the dad the whole time and just watching him just like. I was
going to say that's a softer. If it was an American process, it would not have been that cute, and it would have been a lot dirtier in that fucking police station too.
Yeah. And so you want to believe essentially what the dad believes is this kid's innocence. And I found the final image right before it hits credits of the video footage that they show to be haunting. I remember, because I watched these episodes like weeks apart. Like I watched it over 4 weeks. So I watched one episode and then stewed over it for a week, and then I watched the second episode and then stewed over it for a week. And I just found the image of the video footage that they finally show at the end of the episode, because they don't reveal any information of the case throughout it. Like you're kind of questioning like is it a misconception? Like what. You know what I mean? But then they show that footage and it's like, it's completely like it's airtight, essentially.
Well, I thought at that point
Yep.
it was so confirmed. My understanding I thought it was an anthology. I thought every case was going to be the detective working on a different kid. And I thought at the end, it was like, all right,
Columbo?
wrap him up, put him in jail, he's done. And
Like
then
Columbo for kids.
I thought the second episode was going to be about another kid committing a
Kojak
murder.
for kids.
And then the third, like that, because I felt at the end of the
I
first
thought he was a
episode,
serial killer.
I thought I was like, oh yeah, that's a good ending. All right, let's.
What if he
get
like
the
had
next case.
80 bodies and they're like, oh shit, the whole backyard is full of bodies.
I
This
thought
kid is
that's what I
cooking
thought.
everybody.
Kids.
So
I
you
thought
thought
that
it
was
was
that.
just going to be like a Columbo, like, but they're
That's
investigating
what I
kids
thought.
every
I
episode.
thought it was a different kid every case.
It's about social media, though. Isn't this
Yeah,
film about
I thought
social
Well,
media?
yeah,
I didn't know.
and the
I didn't know.
manosphere and kind of like toxic masculinity online, and
What do you think about
like-
that stuff, Time? What do you think about how they introduced that concept? Was that off-putting for you, or do you
Yeah,
think
you're
they...
a man.
I'm a man.
Well, I mean, I'm just,
you're an
wanna see
Andrew
what you
Tate
think.
fan.
I'm an Andrew. Oh God,
You're
I
a
love
Tate
Andrew
head.
Tate. I think I know more about Andrew Tate than I want to,
I call them tater tots.
which is good because you got to keep your enemies close, you know. That was a very weird and off-putting connection that they made. I didn't expect it, you know, and it
And
just
to be so upfront about it as well.
yeah,
'cause-
it was like very like in your face, and I was kind of like
The bullying.
I was kind of taken aback, but then I kind of rolled my eyes because it's really stupid.
What do you mean it's really
It
stupid?
happens.
Dude,
No, you see,
doesn't happen.
most of the kids are
It's
not
so
affected like
happens.
this. But if
It
you
doesn't
have
happen.
a mental illness like this kid probably has, it can trigger a kid like this to make a
Everyone has
decision.
mental
That's,
illness, apparently.
yeah, but I can show you scads of news reports of where this exact thing has happened.
So
Right.
the
all
this-
over the world. So I know it happens.
So when I looked up this, I saw the first episode. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I looked up about this, and I was like, how did they get this? Like, this is crazy.
Ripped from the headlines.
It is, but then it isn't. So it's not based on anything, but it is inspired by two stabbings that happened a couple years apart in England.
Okay.
That have nothing to do with social media presence at all or anything or manosphere. It's nothing. So
But
them-
there are many
them re-
high-profile cases in the United States where this exact thing has happened. Like
it's-
people have been
it's
convinced
so-
to kill themselves by people over social media and all kinds of horrible.
which
Who was that
happens, yes.
incel?
Okay.
Who was that
It
incel
affects
kid?
kids at school, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and who was
Social
that
media
incel
affects
kid
kids.
that live streamed like his
Which
killing?
one?
It was Lance from Saints.
Like Elliot.
couple of 'em.
Like his name was Elliot.
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You know who I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Yeah,
And that
he's
was a
like- he's-
direct.
Jesus.
You know,
He was the guy on YouTube. He's like, they don't. Why don't they want the perfect guy like me? Everyone wants
exactly.
me. Yeah. That was
Yeah,
the guy,
exactly.
Lance
not-
was a teacher. Did you see bullying and shit like when
Oh,
you
yeah.
were in the schools? Like, is this a thing? Or like,
Yeah.
I know the tell us.
Yeah, no, of course it's a thing. I mean, yeah, it's. I said this before. Even at the elementary school level, people scoff when I say that there are cliques and that people bully and stuff. And they're like, "Oh my God, they're little kids. Give me a break." And it's like, you forget. Like, do you not remember what it was like to be in school? Yes, kids at all age, like they are all like that. That's middle school is the worst. Oh my God, middle school I taught one day and I said I would never go back. They were so like that's right when they're getting like their hormones and they're hitting like they're just nasty and
And
fucking.
they don't give a fuck.
They don't
Yeah.
get like there's just no care for authority. It's just kids. They're tough. They're tough. I think people just forget.
Yeah, but I think what this like show shows is that the platform or the way that bullying happens like has evolved a lot.
Yeah.
To the point where
They get away from it.
yeah, to the point that it's kind of disconnected from like the adults. And it's
I think it's always been like that.
because
I think
What do you
like
mean
they
disconnected from
needed
adults?
say it again.
What do you mean disconnected from the adults? What does that mean?
Well, like all the stuff that the cop's son that was talking about is real. Like that's a real method of bullying
Oh, okay.
that
That's what you're
occurs
saying.
online.
Yeah.
And the cops were completely oblivious to it. And I was talking to my parents; they had no idea either. Like they'd never.
Oh,
even
I
heard
had
of
to
this
stop
stuff.
and explain what incel was to my father. He had no idea
that's-
what was
How did that
Awesome.
conversation go?
he didn't know. He was like, "What do they say? What is this? Incest? What?" And I'm like, "No, it's incel. It's
Wait a minute, what?
incel."
And like I've basically, because I have a younger brother, he's 13, 14 I should say, and and like these attitudes that come up from, like, he used to be like an Andrew Tate kid, which just happens. It's innocent, but like it happens. Like Andrew Tate
Yeah.
was just that influential at the time.
Propaganda works. It works. It does work.
And that doesn't mean that he was bad.
It's undefeated, my guy. It's undefeated.
But it creates this. It creates this ideology. It creates this way that they see the world, the way that they see.
It creates a baseline,
women.
a false baseline of what.
Yeah, I mean,
the
this is
definitions of masculinity is, right.
Yeah,
and
like Owen Cooper in this
hall of mirrors.
Yeah, like Owen Cooper in this show is obviously like an extreme example of how that kind of toxic masculinity manifests. But all the attitudes and stuff are very real, because I remember I've had conversations with people this age, and they do think like this, and it has been directly influenced by YouTube, by like online personalities, like seeing things so material, not just women, but just like seeing life materially, like thinking, like
it's just the way we think about
the key
other
to happiness
people.
the key to happiness
things, and not like they teach you that women are more of a possession or a thing to own, and not like a human just like you, right? And so it desensitizes people from like what's really happening.
And that's why I don't think it's stupid. I think this show being that upfront about it is very honest.
It's very progressive of you to wear your aunt's robe. Thank you for doing that tonight.
Aunt's robe.
I think
my big issue with this show is it doesn't offer any solutions. Like that's my biggest issue with the show. Is like it's a great show, like fantastic, and I think it comes from a place of very very like personal emotions. Obviously, I think Stephen Graham is a parent, so and Jack Thorne are both parents, so that's where this has come from.
I think the psychiatrist did a really nice job in this, illustrating how the techniques they use to like break down the defenses and draw out like the psychosis or whatever the pathology is over time. And like the really heartbreaking scene is when she had to leave and she had to let him know that like she was kind of playing him, right?
Yeah,
and like she was there for professional reasons, and like
this is the last time he's going to see her,
right?
Yeah,
and that kid's going to live in a box for the next decade, probably too.
Because what I worry about this show, because I think it's technically brilliant, and I think on a lot of levels it pushes filmmaking forward in a way, I think. But my big issue with this show is I feel like because it doesn't like have any specific targets or solutions for how to handle this problem, like the whole incel culture, manosphere, or just like the kind of violent attitudes that young men get sucked into. I think the issue is that because it doesn't offer solutions, its purpose is kind of to scare parents. And when you do that, it can lead parents down the wrong, policy change. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like the purpose of this show is obviously
that would be too prescriptive. Go ahead, Lance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Lance.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I don't know necessarily. I think part of it is also letting the parents know. It's almost like a way for people to cope, knowing that things in the world have gotten to a point where it's almost impossible to monitor. And it's, it's almost like it's an acceptance of that it's okay to, you can be a good parent and still produce a child that does horrible things. And I think that's the point. They're not trying to so much give you a solution as to say, this is the world we live in, and sometimes it happens, and this is the tough reality you have as a parent sometimes. And that's just the way it is. It's a hard world.
And the prescription is for the individual in this ocean of information to become more resilient and a better consumer of information. To put it, just like you have to be smart enough to read a newspaper nowadays to determine which sources are quality, you have to do the same thing in the social media sphere. And you have to, and the other thing that this show has to talk about, there has to be another ingredient, which is the kid had some pathology, right? Because everyone in the kid wasn't trying to stab everyone, right? It was just because he was triggered. And so maybe the prescription is to have better high quality mental health care as part of the system. So we don't get to this point where he's talking to a therapist after the fact instead of before the fact. And that's, I think that's,
but you say maybe because the show doesn't actually dive into that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Because it doesn't want to preach. And if it did that, then people would be turned off to the idea. But it leads you down a path of common sense. Like, what you should do after you see the facts. It's informational, and then you make your own decision without being told.
I can imagine a parent watching this show and saying that the solution to this is to not let their kids on social media until they're 18, which I think is really irresponsible.
You got to teach them how to navigate it, right?
But that's what I mean. Is like I feel like this show needed just a little bit more razor focused, like attack essentially. But it's more general and about the effects of, which I think is valid. Like, you can absolutely tell that story and about, I just worry because it is so popular, because it's like such an influential show. I feel like you need to be a little bit more careful with what you're saying, and
get
not
the
so
kids
broad.
off.
Say it again. Get the kids off.
I don't want the kids on anyway. Get them off. Get them off.
Fair enough. No more iPad.
Do you feel a responsibility as a social media like content creator, Lance, for like what if kids are watching, and like do you ever think about that stuff at all?
No, I told this when I was a fucking teacher. I got in trouble because of some of the shit I had online.
What?
Really?
I've spoken about that. It was that was back when I was like I had stuff on Facebook, and it was like it was stupid shit, like
silly stuff.
Yeah, I had like a picture of me washing my own back, and I duplicated myself, and I was scrubbing myself down. Like it was like
what?
Like
Nothing I thought was funny.
Yeah, I share that. I want to see that.
Yeah, but like
amazing.
shit like that, and it's like I get called into the office. The fucking principal's got it laid out on the table. He's like, I don't know. He's like, what are you gonna do with this? And then my God.
And do you feel a lot of responsibility as a parent of two kids to make sure that they aren't getting into this sort of stuff?
He just doesn't even pay attention to the kids.
Oh, okay.
No, he stopped paying the alimony, the whole thing.
Was that you?
The time? The practice?
Who's
got the kids?
I
don't have kids. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't have any kids.
What's your cat's name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. What's in that blue egg?
Mickey?
We'll see you on Easter. I don't know. Pragpro. The bunny rolls around.
You're supposed to say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you consider your chat your children, and you need to foster more positive, like as a male role model? Do you feel like you foster a positive environment for young men?
I'll say this. No, I don't. I don't know. I mean,
because it's a show for adults, right? It's a show for adults.
I don't want kids tuning into my show.
I don't want kids tuning in. Please don't tune in, right? I don't want to take care of your kids.
I think there was one time we had somebody came in the chat, said they were 13 and they were immediately banned. I don't need kids in my chat. I don't like it. It's not a hangout zone for kids. We don't need that. It's not a daycare.
Bad things that we talk about.
Know.
Oh,
hey,
God.
look.
Listen, you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the parents' responsibility to take care of their kids to a certain extent and know what the fuck they're doing, because like they're under the law. Right? Who is responsible for the kids?
It's the same thing on when I was fucking fiddling with the cable on my TV when I was a kid trying to see the Bluebee channel. It's like, it's not, is that the channel's fault? No, they're not going to get blamed for that. I'm the one in my bedroom trying to finagle a fucking, if somebody goes in my chat and they're a kid, that's on them. If I find out, they're going to get the fuck out of there. But it is what it is. As long as I don't know.
Yeah, I think the big thing is like is there's a lack of like education. Like I feel like there's a lack of investment in education for this kind of thing, and just fostering positive role models and
Swimming. Like, what if they swam together and they learned self-confidence from physical exertion and community building, right?
Yeah, I argue the same thing as a swim teacher myself. What time? So how did you feel about like the progression of the show? Like it starts off, it's him, the kid getting arrested. Second episode is at the school. Third episode is the psychiatrist appointment, and then the final episode is how the parents deal with it. Do you feel like that was the natural progression of the show? Or did it kind of surprise you that it went this way?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real fucking honest with you right now.
Oh, here we go.
The one shot thing, I got boring after a while. That was fine for one episode, but it got really boring real quick.
I thought you were blown away second episode. I thought you said that
for a little bit, but then I was like, oh, it's just the same thing. Okay, that's just whatever.
Yeah. But then the meat and potatoes of the show.
I mean, the acting's superb.
That kid fucked up on episode 3.
He did fuck
What
up.
was the line that he fucked up?
That.
It
Can
was-
you remember?
He,
that line?
he got up and he yelled at the person, and then he said something, and then he like kind of like
quickly he
he
regained
stopped real
himself,
quick, and then he
but-
said it again. Yeah,
he fucked up.
yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact line.
You guys are. I don't pay attention that well. You guys
Well,
are
it
really.
was
I
Very
didn't
very
notice
noticeable.
it.
It was really noticeable.
I just
I didn't
don't.
notice
I
it.
know, but like I see a lot of things. Like I can't remember all the things. Like you guys, it's amazing.
It was like he was like animated, and then he kind of put his hands down real quick, and then he did it again, and it was like, oh, he just redid the line. Okay.
Right. I didn't notice that, but yeah,
One
go.
thing that I thought was hilarious, and I think it's from a technical standpoint, before I get to the evolution of the things, because I'm going to forget it, is there's a chase sequence towards the end of the second episode, and they ran so slow. But it's like, I don't know if it's because the camera couldn't follow them fast enough, or
My
what
dad
it
was saying that
just-
too. He's like, that guy is that fit and he can't
It
fucking
was-
run. Give me
yeah,
a break.
it was so
Yeah, an
slow.
adult man isn't gonna catch that kid real
there's no
fast
way.
because he's got a long stride.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
The
I
guy,
see.
the guy was physically fit. I mean, he should have been able to run. That guy was jacked.
Yeah, stronger
There-
legs.
That kid could have just bolted, but yeah,
We should have a race. I want to see them.
Liverpool flow. How about that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the I guess I'll just break down the episodes. The second episode, you start in the school and you just see how the school is, and I forgot the woman's name, his partner. She's like, it smells in here. It smells like depression and masturbation, or whatever the fuck she said.
Yeah.
Self-soothing.
Self-soothing. And it's like, it was like a prison. Like it was so chaotic. Everyone was just yelling at each other. But no one was there was like no teaching going on. When someone would act out of line, they would just yell, which didn't do anything. They would just continue on. It was just so bizarre, which is like, that's how school is now.
Yes.
And it's just crazy. And then it goes to the father and son between the cop and his son in the school, which was very uncomfortable.
Oh, I love that kid.
You felt like it was a conversation. I hated that kid. That kid sucked.
I know, but he was playing that role, right? He's playing that. He did his job.
It's like it was. See, so the thing I didn't like about that is, which I guess maybe I missed it, but like there's so much tension between they really don't have the father son dynamic. So it's like when he talks to him, he like talks to him like in one or two word phrases,
Like Lance and his son. Yeah.
It's like he's like a friend more than a father, which his father does kind of admit.
Again, like Lance and his son.
But then they try to connect at the end of the episode because he
with
realizes
the
like,
chips, yeah. But yeah, I liked that episode. I thought the acting was good, everything like that. The interrogate or the psychiatric exam scene in the third episode, it was interesting for a little bit, but then it just kind of got boring.
See,
And
I
it was
actually
just
thought the
like,
second episode was the worst episode.
really?
Yeah, I
like
don't
the
like that
second
one
episode
either
that
as much.
The-
Right.
From what I've seen online, a lot of people that didn't like the show, they hated the fourth one. I thought the fourth one was really interesting.
The fourth one was my favorite
because of the whole
Indian.
like living with the stigma of this, and I mean they bring up all the things that you would think like a rational person would think to do, like your son just did this, why don't you just move? You know, why don't you go somewhere else? And they kind of discuss that, and that's a whole thing. And it's just much crazy stuff. So I think the third episode for me was the weakest.
It
was okay. Third episode, yeah.
That's
and then
often considered the favorite episode, which is interesting that you're on that. Yeah. I mean, I love the third episode, and I love the way that these two characters interact, and I also love that the guy on the cameras, how he like. Do you know who I'm talking about? The weirdo that was
guy?
The creepy guy that's kind of like trying to hit on her, and she has to deal with that at the same time as and obviously that's very pointed, and she comes back in and then she's like in serious mode. She's like, this is how I'm gonna handle it this from now on. And she just keeps she keeps her guard up, and she holds her ground, and I just found that kind of tug of war between the two characters to just be fascinating. It was like not a verbal, but like a mental tug of war between these two. And that was the most fascinating episode to me, especially Owen Cooper and just like his performance. I know he fucked up one line, Lance.
Yeah, he fucked up on episode 3. Rewatch that episode, and you'll see he fucked up. You'll see he actually fucked up in that episode.
He's watching this show right now. Do you have a message for Owen? He's watching the show.
Oh, is he not good?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh, God, I wanted to know if I was directing that fucking miniseries, he would have been out on the streets.
You would have fired him.
He's a good thing that budget was higher than $1,000.
Yeah, because we saw a lot of good actors, and we can just recast it. And like, there's people waiting on the phone, and they can be here tomorrow, right, Owen? So like, get your shit together, because we'll replace you next time.
So also, what was interesting, the way they shot this show was they do 2 takes each day. They do one in the morning and then one in the afternoon, and then they reset the next day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon. They did that for 5 days for each episode. And if they messed up a line, they'd reset it all, and they'd go back and then do it again. So there was planned to be 10 takes, but they ended up with like 14, 15 in the end, because actors would mess up a line or something.
Did they rehearse it? Did they rehearse this?
Obviously, they rehearsed it. Yeah,
like block it all, block the whole thing out. Like sometimes look at a whole warehouse and like make the rooms.
I'm sure there was so much logistics, and preparation beforehand.
Did you do that for Saints? Did you rent a rehearsal space for Saints and like block it all out and like get the actors together and do a workshop in the country?
Rehearsal space for Saints. Yeah. We barely even read the lines correctly on set, and you think we had a fucking rehearsal space?
Yeah, we're gonna remake you and Emily, like you guys, you must have rehearsed that chemistry. Like,
I think we should remake it as a movie and do it right this time.
I've said repeatedly, if you remade it, you would just make a whole fucking new movie because it was garbage.
No, I want to remake that movie.
It would just be
I like that movie. No, I want that one.
But what's interesting is episode 3, 4, and 5. It was take like 12, 13, 14, like those 3. But the first episode was the second take they shot. So they did 2 takes on the first day. The second take was the one they ended up using for the first episode. And then they shot for another 4 days and didn't use any of those. Could you imagine, like, as an actor, like, doing all of that work and then none of that getting used, and it ends up being the second one you do? And just the fact they got it right on the second take is amazing to me. Like, just on a technical level, like, just the fact they got it right on take 2.
These are theater actors, though. I feel like they've been around like this sort of structure where you have to get it right in one take.
This is Owen Cooper's first acting.
I'm talking about the others.
Oh yeah. But I just wanted to say, like, Owen Cooper, like, incredible. And
does Owen Cooper have to get a restraining order from you, JC?
No.
Okay,
no, he's family. Oh. We're the Cooper clan. He's family.
The Coopers. I forgot.
He's cousin Owen. But yeah.
Wait, what the hell?
Is this where he fucks up?
He fucks up. I found it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
You found it? Oh,
yeah.
That's good. This is good. Let's hold this fucking kid accountable. I'm tired of these kids.
He did fuck up. I mean, it was major.
You want to get bullied? This is how we bully. This is how we really bully. Now you're IRL getting bullied, right?
I'm glad someone clipped this because it just
show it. Show the fuck up.
Are you able to see my cursor if I move the mouse around?
Yeah,
or no?
I can see it. Yes, I can see
JC,
it.
what's this? What the fuck is this, JC?
What?
The Vosh pit? What is this bullshit?
Oh, I can't see the cursor anymore.
Why is this on yours?
Thing.
This is yours.
Huh?
This is your account.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just
ready?
be normal.
Here it is. Ready? Play.
And then he rocked backwards and forwards and he shouted Coronation Street all the way through
I've got
Corrie.
15 up.
He goes nuts every time he sees Steve McDonald. He's mad in here, you don't understand.
What's the best place for you to be?
Ryan gets to stay at home until his trial.
Ryan isn't accused of such a serious crime.
Accused. It's all accused. If I did it, if I hurt her, then I get it, but I didn't, so...
I understand it, Jamie, and this wasn't my decision. This
am I
was the
getting
best
moved for the
place for you
trial?
to be. Nothing has been decided yet.
Do you know where it's
need
going to be?
to
London or somewhere
sit
local?
down. You need to sit down, Jamie. If you don't sit down,
Does that mean you don't know you? Does that mean you don't know?
Oh, no! Well, no!
Come on,
Clown.
Kim.
No. Stop.
Fucking
That's just
clown.
a stammer because
No,
he's
it isn't.
nervous.
No, he
Fucking
fucked
clown.
up. He
Let's
fucked
see it again.
up.
Let's see it
Oh,
again.
you guys are
I
fucking
know the
idiots.
difference
You
between
guys
a
are
That's
scammer
not
and
a
a fuck
fuck
up.
up.
Jamie, if you don't sit down,
Does that mean you don't know you? Does that mean you don't know?
No, that's a fuck up. That's a
Fucking
fuck
got
up.
him.
Oh,
That is a
boy.
fuck up. He
him.
fucked
Well,
up.
go to bed.
fucked
You don't
up.
have
Fucked up.
to watch these
Fucked
adults
up.
judge you.
We not
Fuck
shit on
up.
this
Owen.
kid. He gave an amazing performance,
fucked
guys.
up.
Go to
It was
bed.
an hour-long episode, and he
Yeah,
was
of course.
in 90% of it.
I'm not
Fucked it up
guilty.
halfway through. He would have been on the goddamn.
That-
He would have been on the
cool.
goddamn streets of London like Oliver Twist.
Like,
Yeah.
at all the other
Yeah,
episodes...
you don't have anything on me. You didn't
Guys.
see me stab anyone, did you?
I mean, he was great in that episode.
Yeah,
It's just funny
course.
that we were able to remember
Steven
that
Gerrard.
specific segment where he just
I
fucking.
remember
Shut the
that.
fuck up, Frank.
Yeah, of course.
It was like that scene from Once Upon a Time
Scouts,
in Hollywood.
bastard.
Where Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Oh, look!"
Oh, yeah.
It was that scene.
Yeah,
There it
hey,
is.
look,
Yeah,
I didn't stab anyone.
that's pretty good.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, of course. Of course you like it. Steven Gerrard.
the Beatles?
Mind my Gucci bag.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
It's
What was
my
it?
purse.
What was I going to say? But like with the other episodes, like the actors swapped out and like left the scene and then came back, and so. But with this episode, it's just two characters. Like,
Yeah.
so most.
What do you think of the nudity scenes and the sex scenes, though?
I thought they were very. I thought they were very non-existent. I thought they tastefully.
I'm just checking
didn't
that
have
you
to-
watch
And if they were, they'd be
You
very
think that's
useful.
appropriate, Pragpro?
the,
You think that's appropriate?
for this show. No,
That's why I asked what you
absolutely
thought.
not.
Come on.
I thought the
testing.
quality was very very invisible. Yeah, that's my thought process.
Checks out.
on this. Did we want to rate this up? I don't know. Do we have more to discuss, or I'm pretty.
Anything that we want to comment? What about the music? Let's talk about editing, color gradation. How were the like? Do you feel like the actors were nourished by craft services? Do you
No.
feel like they were hungry?
There were some. I don't know if you want to call them like sound effects or something, but
Probiotics on the set.
there were a couple of moments where like the main character that it was, or the character in that specific episode where they were focusing on, where they were like clearly disheveled or disoriented or anything like that, and they would just like it would be like tight on them or maybe
Yeah,
a
I
little
know
bit
you're
wide,
talking about.
and they'd just be like thinking, and then there'd be some sound in the background where they
Yeah.
would blend, pull the voices back in the mix, so it just sounds all muffled. And when they did that every time, it was just like it sounded so good.
I know what you're talking about. Like when
the
you talk about when he's
last
in the
episode.
store when
That's
he's
one of
in
the
the
scenes,
store.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, they
last
had it like
one.
once every episode. Where
Yeah.
somebody's like in a daze. The psychologist, episode 3 would go out and do that.
Yeah.
There was episode. Yeah, I think they did it every episode. I know what you're talking about.
You got their
Yeah.
bell rung.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that we want to talk about as far as production or? Okay, let's review it. Let's fucking bag it and send it.
Well,
Is
I
this Cinema
definitely
Verite?
recommend it. Say it again, Tom.
Is this Cinema Verite?
it's
It's a highly stylized version of it because cinema verite is really more like subtle. Like it's more like a fucking farmer having a cup of coffee with his wife and talking about like fucking the Red Sox.
It is fly on the wall, like in that sort of it's
But it's more
it's
kinetic
tough.
than most. Like it's not like Nashville is
Why
very
you-
like it's just like boring stuff.
Why are you
that they
doing a
show.
Robert De Niro right now, Tom? What's going on?
I was trying to get my answer.
Lance, can you do your Robert De Niro impression,
Everyone do your Robert De Niro face.
please?
You talking to me?
There we go.
You talking to me?
There we go. Yeah, very good, Lance.
He looks so
This is
good.
why we wanted you on the show.
Parfait.
Just for
You
that.
don't say that. You say it was parfait.
Oh
here.
man, you guys are striving to get canceled tonight, huh? Between Pragpro being inappropriate on an episode about a child murderer. Very
The
inappropriate.
murderer, though.
Lance.
Murderer.
Let's talk about what my role in your life is. I'm a court-ordered supervisor to try to get you and your boy back together, and we're doing it through the power
I'm
of
a bachelor.
streaming. Buddy, you
That's what you
I
wanna
have grown
say.
fond of you, but I am a court-ordered.
I'm a
There
fucking
was
bachelor.
one- like, I
This is
do
what it
care
looks
about
like to
you,
be single
but I really-
and hot and sweaty and just living life. This is what it looks like. Take a look.
All right, call your
Take a look.
son, please.
There
It's
was
his
one
birthday.
thread that I kind of thought they were going to pull a little bit more on, and they kind of dropped it. And maybe I was just looking too into it. But did you guys feel like Ryan, like the guy that he chased? Do you think he had more to do with it? Not like he didn't obviously do the
Wait
act,
for the sequel.
No.
like had a bigger role to play.
The kid's gonna bust out of prison and revenge and get the real killer because he still has to find the real killer.
yeah.
Adolescence
You didn't
2.
see the knife go in. You only saw the VOD, right? The shot, right? And you see
Did
like
it-
a lot of stuff, but you don't see anything happening.
When it showed that, did it show his face or did it just show his body and then he had the shoes on and everything? I can't
The
remember.
clothes and stuff, and
Oh.
I mean, it was like it was so far
circumstantial.
away and the quality was so
Yeah.
low. They couldn't like.
Yeah, but they had
his
proven
face.
that it was him.
Yeah,
like,
everything, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not him. He's innocent, and he's going to be released in the
Yeah,
sequel.
God, that camera, the footage, like the camera footage of him doing it, just like I don't know. It's
don't call people
It's
incel.
stuck with me. It's stuck with me.
Well, that was another thing too. That scene. Oh Jesus Christ! That scene it gets referred back to in the last episode, and I thought that was it was such an interesting conversation that the
mom and
his dad and his mom were having because she was like,
Yeah.
"Well, you saw it, and I didn't," and I was like, to have to bear that burden
as a
of
father.
of seeing that because it's like.
Because
It's
they
like,
believed
oh,
in the
oh,
whole episode.
Let's go
right?
down to the station, and you can look at it too. It's like
Oh my
you
God.
obviously
And when-
don't want to do that. You know, obviously you don't want
Yeah.
to subject your
They're
wife to
driving
that.
home, and they're in the van, and the kid calls them, and he
Oh,
admits
well,
that
yeah.
he did
On his
it.
birthday, too.
Yeah.
And then the whole
Brother.
family is just they don't know what to
Yeah.
say. That was brilliant.
Mhm.
That was
and
perfect.
he, like at the end where he apologizes to his son and just like all of it is just brutal.
Mhm.
I personally think you could skip episode 2 and 3. I think you could skip the second and third episode. You find episode 1
No.
ends with the result, and then episode 4 is the aftermath.
The aftermath.
Like,
But
I
you're
feel like you
missing-
could skip
That's not,
It's
that's
a
not a
whole
bad.
But you're
thing.
missing the theme.
That's like
It's
watching Saints the miniseries, only watching episode 2 and
and
6.
skipping the sock scene. And,
Oh.
and
You can't skip the
integral
sock
to
scene.
Saints.
You need the sock scene.
Saints
what
does
about
not
the
work
painting?
without
And
the
then
We
like
love
the
the
paintings, and like what do
Yeah.
they mean? And like
Yeah.
we still debate that in the
All of
Discord.
that.
Mhm.
You can definitely skip episode 2.
Don't say that. All right, let's review this thing before I get fucking
Alright.
crazy.
I'm giving this an 80. Like I think it's so like I would
An
recommend
80?
an 80. Yeah, I'd recommend it, and I
Oh,
think it's
wow.
fantastic. I think it's a shock to the system that was necessary, and I hope it leads to more interesting filmmaking in general, and a wider conversation about toxic masculinity. I think it's great. I think everyone should watch it, especially young adults and young kids. Lance, would you recommend Adolescence? What would you rate it out of 100?
Well, like I say, you get rid of half of the show, so I guess a 50. But I
Like
thought it was
base.
fantastic. I thought it was heart wrenching. I thought it was, there's not many things that conjure up emotion in me. There were a couple of scenes, but basically when you get to the end of any episode, specifically episodes 1 and 4, the end of those episodes were such an emotional, like you could just feel it. And I love anything that makes me feel, because it happens so rarely. So I would recommend it for anybody who wants to feel something. At least watch the first episode. At least give it a try. If you don't like it after that, then fine, walk away from it. But at least watch the first episode.
Time, would you recommend
Adolescence?
What would you rate it?
I would recommend watching Andrew Tate.
Gross.
Isn't he in jail?
No, he's out. They pardoned him.
I thought he was on house arrest.
The president's pardoned. Didn't the president
No,
pardon?
the president hasn't
or
pardoned him
got
yet.
him released or intervened or some shit.
Do you remember when he was hiding out in Romania and then he ordered pizza and that's how they found him? By the pizza box.
That sounds like something Corey would do.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
hiding from his son, right?
I thought you were gonna go higher than 80, JC. Honestly,
but for the reasons that I said about like the
80's
fact
a good score.
The fact it doesn't hone in on the on any solutions or target. Like,
what would your solution be?
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean to have a fifth episode where they fucking lecture everybody? That's not how you get shit done.
But
he doesn't have
I don't know.
I'd
need to think about it more. But I think more investment in sex education. I think
mental health care parallel with body health care and dental health care.
Yeah,
like your brain and your teeth are in your body. Why does the medical system not take that into account? Like, why do we
specifically targeted on kids? But yeah, go Lance.
Yeah, everybody. They should start to implement too in like health class and stuff. Is like online privacy, online security. Like kids need to be taught how to watch over their stuff. Everybody's just putting info online without any regard for anything. Yeah, they need to start putting that in like health is like
they need to have a whole section on it, internet, awareness or whatever.
And like training for teachers as well. In that field as well,
and then
just
it
to be
cultural.
better role models in general.
And then you could teach them how to read media and get good sources and shit, and use that as the whole, because the internet is something that's integral to us going forward as a species. It's not going away.
And I think the education system needs a complete overhaul in general. But
that's right. Get rid of the Department of Education. We got it.
Also end capitalism. That'd help a lot, I think, as well.
See, we have to live in fucking planet Earth, and we have to one actionable thing you can do is have a class curriculum which includes internet security, because that's not going to threaten anyone. All the parents would say, "Oh shit, you want to teach the kids about dual factor authentication? Oh fuck, why not?" And that's where you start, and then you build from that by building trust in the community.
Yeah,
because at first, if you start with the fucking culture war, they're going to say, "No, thank you."
Is what I mean.
They're savvy. Because that's not how you would approach it. It's educational first, and then the answers are obvious, right?
No, they
won't do that.
Well, a lot of parents
will
not.
teach that.
Mental health care is the answer.
Yeah, they won't teach it because.
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Yeah, they won't teach it because then people won't be giving their information out online, and ultimately, all these big companies, they want information. That's what they want. So they're not going to teach it.
It's capitalism.
So I mean, it is what it is. So it's up to the person, unfortunately. That's why I was saying I don't think there's really a solution. More so, it's up to us. It's up to the people. It's and there's only so much you can do as a parent. It's tough, and it's
So think of it as the wilderness. If you're going to survive in the wilderness, you have to have certain skills, right? And you can't make the wilderness less threatening to the fucking adventurer, right? And that's the nature of society and the internet. You have to make more resilient people, and then over time, those good values will translate into the whole society evolving culturally. But it starts with the individual and empowering people to say, "Listen, you don't have to be a victim on the internet. There's certain things that you can do to stop the fucking bullying and shit." One of the things that these kids are never think to do is to block and ban.
All things that this show doesn't go over that's my issue, is that parents can take the wrong solution or the wrong take.
I don't know how they would have done that and not been preachy. How are they going to effectively
be a good writer?
That's a good writer.
Yeah. So I would give it a 70, and I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely say the first episode is going to be the barometer. You know, there's people that aren't going to like, you know, for whatever reason. But yeah, the again, like going to it blind, seeing it, realizing that it's one shot is crazy. But yeah, definitely 70, recommend it. Yes.
Yeah, Prag, would you recommend Adolescence? What would you rate it?
Yeah, absolutely. And like this is for a fan of like if you just like good acting. Like some people like appreciate any film with really good performances, and this would be an amazing play or any. It's just very well written, and the characters are well, you know, 3-dimensional characters, and there's depth, and you know, and like I just love, and it's always fun to watch something that's happening in a culture outside of yours, but you're still somewhat familiar. So seeing it through the English perspective is always fun, you know, because they approach things a little differently. And like this film also reminds me of a show on HBO called The Night Of, but not because of the way it was one shot, but that deals with a violent crime and a mystery. And it's a little different about how it goes about it, but that's a very excellent show too. I think that's with Turturro. Is that fucking
the guy from the
John Turturro.
John Turturro. It's a wonderful performance, and it's really good. It's really engaging.
Isn't it Sterling K. Brown as well, or am I?
I don't.
Well, it's
remember.
got that kid from Nightcrawler too, right? What's his name?
Did you see it, Lance? Did you see that?
Nah, but
one?
I heard it was really good.
It's really good. And like I won't tell anybody what happens because there's all kinds of mix, but it's a wonderful.
Riz
like
Ahmed.
if you like court procedurals and like follow the victim to the prisons and all that shit, it's really good. And so yeah. JC, yes, I'm trying to complete my review, and then you can speak. Right? I have to give my score. Oh, am I on a time? Can I have a countdown timer so I know? Can you give me a flashing light?
The Oscars music, like you can start playing.
Yeah, can you give me some music?
I think that would be a
I give this an 85, and I think it was wonderful, and I recommend it to all friends of quality entertainment. Lance from Saints.
I was just.
Is there an addendum?
No, I was just, you know, because Lance asked, "Is it the kid from Nightcrawler?" And I was just answering him, "Yes, it's Riz Ahmed."
No, I'm just teasing you.
That's all I was. That's all I was doing. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
But yeah, it's been great.
We have to let Lance give his review.
I did.
He did.
What was the score?
I gave it a
Did he give it
50.
50.
This is great.
Oh.
Fantastic.
That's not a review. I thought you were doing a bit, and I want the real
50.
review.
What the fuck are you? Look.
50?
That's good. It's a fantastic show. What do you mean?
60?
What? I gave
50 out of 100?
I gave Santa Claus is Coming to Town a 40.
When are you going to get real with us?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm so tired of this goddamn character.
I just fucking said the
Why don't we
episodes
see
2
a
and
different
3.
fucking character from you?
That half of the show could be cut out, but the other 2 episodes are perfect.
That's not like that's not your
insane.
real.
The other 2 episodes
opinion.
are perfect. That's a 50 out of 100.
You're smiling and laughing. You can barely suppress it under your.
You know what? I don't know what to tell you.
Lance,
You didn't think episode 2 and 3 were good though? Or at
no,
least
I
3.
like episode 3. I thought was great.
That's what you still give it a 50.
Why don't you stitch it together like Saints the miniature?
There was a question in the chat that I think we need to address.
Oh yeah.
There is a group text chain that you are a part of, and you never
answer
reply.
the fucking thing.
I muted it as soon as you guys put me to it.
Knew it. I knew it.
I can't. You guys send 100 fucking messages a day. What do you want me to do? I can't look at that.
You can talk to us.
Yeah, you can be friends.
Oh, you guys are asking a lot.
I'm surprised you replied to me the other day.
Well, I needed to confirm that I'd be on here.
Okay.
Right.
What's the matter with you?
What?
Let us love you.
Oh,
Listen, we want to move into your heart.
Yeah.
And I want to stay with you at TwitchCon in the same bedroom, right? Me and you.
I am gonna have
Ernie
my
and
own
Bert
hotel
style.
room. I can't wait to have my own.
And we'll get a
fucking
king-size
hotel
bed,
room.
and like I'll stay on
I'm
my
gonna have
side.
a king-size bed.
And we can watch
and guess
movies.
what? It's gonna be me in it, and then
No.
you are gonna be. Out
And we
in the
can
hall
stream from
banging
the
on
bed
door. I
like
don't know what you're
Yoko
gonna
and
be
John.
A
Like
king
John and
single,
Yoko.
surely.
The king.
Yeah, big king. And like we'll just be like John and Yoko and we'll stream from the bed. And that'll be the new show.
You're gonna be on a couch with dark DMXers. You're gonna have nothing to do with me.
Just like TwitchCon of last year.
Doesn't
Yeah, we
he
have to
always- Wasn't
You
he
guys
always on
start
the
having
couch?
meetings.
Is that?
Seriously,
Nuts.
listen, we all stay on the couch together as a family.
I stay on the
We're a
couch. I
wolf
sit on the
pack,
fucking
like
couch. Not me.
Orca pod.
Not
I got
me.
my
But
own
we have to
hotel.
start
Fuck that
having
shit.
meetings about organizing TwitchCon 2025 because, like, if you're coming out, like, we have to figure out what we're doing and like what's the reses and the reservations and like who's coming
I'm
and what are
making
we
my
doing.
own reservations. What's happening?
All right, this has been a great stream. We'll be on Three Grandmas yapping about movies on Saturday, talking about Her. Thank you for joining us, Lance, to talk about this. Thanks for watching the show after I recommended it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I requested that you not be on, but
I actually
I'm happy
wanted
to.
to decline. I didn't think that was an option.
Lance, can you give us a salute,
it's
please?
not an option.
I'm not doing whatever the hell that thing
Please
is.
do a salute.
That's I don't
salute.
like that at all. Looks like
We're all doing it. Now
I don't
you look
like
stupid.
that.
You look stupid.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
look
like
stupid.
that. Tell you right
Come on,
now.
it's peer pressure.
Can you give us the Robert De Niro face at least?
You talking to me? You talking?